Rebels, and outlaws, welcome to episode 14 of The Chong Show. Here tonight we are streaming live for the third time in our interview, a long-awaited interview, a long-overdue interview with Smokythebear, the two-time world champion, the 2016 SNF season champion, and Smoky is here tonight to open up on why he left the game, why he's back, and what we can expect from the Legend Killer heading forward into Battle for Azeroth. So, Smoky, welcome to the program. As we do with all of our guests, I will ask you, how did you get into the world of Warcraft?
Man, it was definitely the Illidan commercials, like the trailers for the BC expansion.
And you started playing in Burning Crusade, that's correct, right?
Yeah, a little bit before Burning Crusade actually came out, but right around there.
What would be your favorite expansion? Burning Crusade, Wrath?
I want to say Wrath.
All right, Smokey. So, of all the SNF opponents that you faced, all the arenas you've been to, what would your favorite opponent be, favorite rivalry be, and favorite arena be? We'll start off with rivalry. What was your favorite rivalry throughout your SNF career?
I want to say Foxy Hills, definitely. That was a long and fun rivalry to compete in.
And of course, Smokythebear and Foxy Hills concluding their rivalry 1v1 in SNF at the Champions Brawl 2016. It was a close series, tied up 3-3, and Foxy Hills was waiting and looking for Smoky to come out of stealth. Smoky emerged, landed a crucial clutch typhoon, and sent the Phenom soaring off the ledge of the Frozen Throne. We'll cover their rivalry's official ending in the War Games later on, but moving on, your favorite arena. And of course, Smokythebear's career is still going in SNF, but so far, your favorite arena?
It would definitely have to be the top of Ice Crown. I mean, you can't get any better than that. It's got LOS, it's got a cliff you can push them off, and then it's also got the open space to actually fight in.
And of course, that is the reason that we use it for our Champions Brawl. It is the perfect 1v1 arena, and it also is significant lore-wise because one of the most iconic duels in the history of World of Warcraft, Arthas versus Illidan, took place right there in Icecrown. And of course, the guild's history there, with that being our first raid that we tackled as a PvE guild. Favorite opponent or opponents? We said rivalry with Foxy Hills, but who were some of the favorite fighters that you like to go up against over the years? Or not necessarily like, but it was just always entertaining and fun to fight against.
I really want to say Bruiser and Garland. They were two of the best during Warlords. Every fight was pushed me to the limit. Even when I was in Resto, they had the ability to push me and make me have to be better every single Sunday, or else they would just destroy me the next time we sat down to fight.
So there you have it. Favorite arena, favorite opponent, favorite rival from Smokythebear. What would be your favorite moment besides winning the season championship, Smoky, from the SNF?
I mean, that's a hard question. I don't know. I would have to say, when was it? When we played the version of football, that was pretty fun. That was just out there and fun. The gridiron, the
Jungle Brawl, yeah.
The jungle brawl, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We'll have to reprise that at some point here. That was a lot of fun. We had 2 of those. We'll have to have a third at some point in the future. All right, moving on here, Smoky. Let's delve right into it. You wanted to retire prior to your historic War Games 8 showdown with Foxy Hills, Chong, Big Dad, Cathaldus, the Highwaymen, as they're dubbed now. Yours truly being one of them. But ended up going through with the event, leading your New Bloods against the most stacked team in War Games history. After that, you stepped away from the game. If you care to go into specifics, that's fine, but just in general, what drove you to retire and what brought you back?
I mean, mainly what drove me to retire was just the fact that at the time I had a lot of personal issues going on, and I had to step away from the game, kind of like more or less like grow up a little bit and take care of those like personal responsibilities. The reason why I came back, I guess, would be because I don't know, just got into a place. I mean, I missed it. I missed everything about the game, like just MMOs in general, but also like the guild and like hanging out with you guys on Sundays and Saturdays, and just yeah. I mean, it was just a lot of personal issues. That's why I had to step away for a little bit.
Well, I respected you coming back and fulfilling your obligation to do that, build as the captain a week before the event, and I really appreciated you doing that. You handled it very professionally, considering what you were dealing with, and we're glad to have you back. So, moving on, as the most versatile druid to ever fight for the Crossed Hammers, and I say that, I don't give praise lightly, but you fought for titles in every specialization, from feral to boomkin to tank and healer. What would your favorite spec be besides restoration? And what did you start playing originally as druid? We'll start with your favorite spec besides resto.
So my favorite spec besides Resto, I would probably have to say Pharaoh. I mean, it's Pharaoh's like the one that I'm the best with outside of Resto. That's why I have to choose Pharaoh. But Boomkin's always been this spec that like I've wanted to like learn how to play, but I've never really been able to learn how to play. So, but definitely Pharaoh would be my favorite spec outside of Resto.
And then what was the very first spec you can remember playing as druid? Did you start with druid when you started playing at the end of vanilla?
No, so when I first bought the game, I knew nothing about it other than like the commercials. So I rolled a hunter, and it turned out to be one of the top specs at the time. So that was fun.
You, me, Herlock, pretty much everybody starts as a hunter. It seems that way. Anchorbiss. So when you did, pick up Druid, when you did start playing Druid, what spec was the first one that you tried? Was it Feral? Did you say, oh man, this looks cool? Or, what was the first spec you played?
To be honest, at the time, my guild needed a. We were really hard up for like tanks, and so that was back when back in BC when you couldn't just like choose Feral or Guardian. You had to like go down the spec tree and then like choose based on your spec.
Oh, yeah.
But first, it was I would have to say Guardian was the first spec that I seriously rolled as Druid.
And so the bear, was born. And there you go. There you have it, folks. Uh, what are your thoughts looking forward? We've looked back tonight. Let's look forward. What are your thoughts on Battle for Azeroth? How do you think it's going to measure up to past expansions? What are your expectations for it? What are you looking forward to most?
I would have to say the islands, the island loot thing, where you go into the islands, both the PvP and PvE ones, is what I'm looking forward to the most. As far as it like stacking up against other expansions, I mean we'll have to see, but it looks like they're gonna do pretty good with it. The rerolls and the new specs that they're coming out with look pretty entertaining, at least.
And of course, it's been a busy week for me. I haven't been able to upload a new Renegades Roundup, but Mag'har Orcs, a sub race or a version of the orcs that I have been looking forward to for some time. They just announced that it will be added. And furthermore, the Seething Shore Battleground has been released as a PvP brawl this week. I played it, and it is so much fun. So if that's what we have to look forward to with the islands and the Isles PvP, the Plunder Isles, that is going to be amazing. I agree with you there wholeheartedly, buddy.
Yeah, no, I played that Seething Shore. That is actually a pretty fun battleground. Especially, I mean, we haven't had a new battleground in a while.
Yeah, and the ones that they have added haven't been the most popular ones, so it's nice to see a new concept that actually works and is really fun.
Really, see, I like the newer ones, like Temple and yeah, no, I like Temple and Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is fun. I like
Oh,
the newer
absolutely.
ones.
Yeah, I like the newer ones as well. Temple of Kot Mogu, Silver Shard Mines. I like the concepts. It's just they're not very popular among the community.
Yeah, I mean, like the Silver Shard Mines, that one is kind of annoying because I mean, all it takes is one team to not be paying attention, and then the cards get switched, and then they can like take them both right at the end. That's my least favorite of the new ones. I would say the cart one.
Smokey, you said you started into PvE and Burning Crusade. When did you get into PvP? What expansion was that? Was that also Burning Crusade?
Uh, kind of. I mean, I did a lot of battlegrounds in BC, but not really much in the arena. I didn't really get into the arena until about Wrath.
All right. When you left Warsong Offensive, it was just getting started. What's your opinion on how it has grown to become the largest Horde guild on the server? Did you expect that it would get that big when I announced that I'd be starting a Horde guild? What are your thoughts on Warsong Offensive?
No, it's gotten a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I mean, at the time, like no one had race changed over to the Horde side to lead it, so it was pretty much just unled for the most part. But now they've got like Chong and Amelia. Seems like everybody switched over while I was gone.
Well, of course, it was basically just a guild for alts for a long time. And then I said, okay, I'm going to get serious about this and make a legit Horde guild for everybody. And the rest is history. Of the Warsong offensive players, while we're on the topic, who would you like to fight next in AFC? So Shenush, Chong, Reese Puff, Amelia, etc.
Well, I mean, I had a scheduled fight for Shindush, but he like backed out of it. Um, I mean, me versus Reese would be fun. I mean, you know, except for the whole we're both main rest healers, but
Yeah, but of course, with the new roles, the new rules for roles coming up in AFC, that should make healer versus tank fights quite exciting. So you actually have to pay attention instead of just swinging on each other. So Shenush, Reese Puff, I'd like to see you go against Amelia. That's a fight we haven't really had yet.
yeah, I mean that would be a fun fight. I mean, it would be a challenging fight at least. See what she can do to a Blood Death Knight is would make that fight at least fun and make it challenging.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Amelia versus Acrebus, look up week 5 of the Sunday Night Fights and AFC 16 Encore. The tags, the links are in the description for, skipping right ahead of that fight. Watch it. It's one of the best fights we've ever had. So, yeah, Amelia against Acrebus. I'd like to see what the Phantom Fiendish could do to Smokythebear. All right, Smokey, you started playing in 2015 really with the guild. You joined in 2014, but you started really getting involved in 2015. I'm going to ask for one-word descriptions. What one word comes to mind when I mention the following names? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Great Nick.
He was fun, I guess.
Fun, there we go. Big Dad.
Daunting,
Glenn Moreau.
powerful,
Garland.
slippery,
Amelia.
crafty,
Chong.
bouncy,
Foxy Heels.
intimidating.
All right, Smokey, what's next for you in Battle for Azeroth, man? Like, what are you looking to accomplish heading forward? Just racking up championships in SNF, AFC. We're doing rated battlegrounds. We're doing arena more next expansion. Beyond that, like, what are you looking forward to most to accomplish still in your WoW career?
Oh man, there's quite a bit. I actually think that this next expansion want to like sit down and focus on mainly like the arena side. That's something I've never actually like made a team and focused and like actually tried.
All right, so Arena. Anything else you'd like to say to the audience before we wrap up episode 14 of The Chong Show here, Smokey?
I mean, have you seen the new druid forms for the Zandalari tribe?
They are amazing. They make me want to play a Zandalari Troll Druid.
Really? I thought the bear form kind of looked like, I mean, it was a little out there, like a druid, like a, what is it, a bear, turtle, dinosaur?
Well, yeah, there's a specific dinosaur that had armor like that. I can't remember which one, but it has like the head of a
Yeah.
snapper. Yeah, look it up on YouTube if you guys haven't seen it. Zandalari Druid forms. They're crazy. They're quite out there. But I've always loved dinosaurs since I was a little kid, so I was excited to see them. Smokey, thank you for joining me for this long-awaited sit-down. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
It was a pleasure being here.
It's good to have you back, brother. From unknown recruit in Warlords of Draenor to legend killer in Legion, it all started with a dream and the skill to make that dream reality. To find out how you can become a Gladiator of War, check the link in the description if you're watching this on Revolution Radio, and come join us on Vaj Frostwolf in Azeroth. Renegades, rebels, and outlaws, until next time, we press on.